I just think that there are too many factors that are involved. Going by the way they are going, if you fund them, yes, they will complete the work. But they must do what we decide, the conversation we had with them in the office. The conversation is that they must break this into different gangs so that everybody is working at the same time, living at the same time. If they do that, then I'm sure that before May 2023, we will have commercial activities on the track. This route goes straight to the Kano. This goes to Kano. Behind us goes to Kaduna. So what they did is that they took us round to the almost, well, not the middle, 1/4 of the jobs. So as they continue, they will get into Kano City. In fact, that's where we're going to now. We're going to the station, where the station will be in Kano City. The reason why we're constructing this is that it will be able to move both passengers and cargoes, but essentially cargoes. One of the most important economic nerve centers of Nigeria is Kano. Why this track is the most economically viable track is because of Kano and Lagos. The moment you leave out Kano and Lagos, it won't be viable again. So the economic activities that take place in Kano can be conveyed to Lagos. Vis-a-vis those who import from Lagos or produce in Lagos, they can also do the same thing. So to create jobs, already the cost of land here, if you see, yes, it won't be the same. So the economic value here is much more than it would be before the construction. Then there's also the other one, the one I usually tell people. You can walk in Abuja and take off from Kano. You know that? Just like they're doing now in Kaduna. If you put in the 6 or 5 o'clock train, if you put 6 o'clock train, it may take you 2-3 hours to get to Abuja, and you go to work and come back. That way you reduce the cost of accommodation, you reduce those who maintain 2 homes, one in Abuja, one in Kano. At the weekend they come to their wives at home in Kano. They can now live in Kano and go to work in Abuja. The only 2 states that will benefit from what may likely be an interstate rail will be Rivers State and Lagos. The reason is this will terminate in Lagos. Calabar will start from Lagos and terminate in Calabar. So Port Harcourt, Maiduguri will start from Port Harcourt and terminate in Maiduguri. How will these 2 states benefit? These 2 lines may likely pass different routes. So it may take part of the city on this way, take part of the city on the other way. The same way with Rivers State. You will see that at a point, Lagos Calabar would have to meet with Port Harcourt Maiduguri. They will run side by side, but they will come from different parts of the city. Port Harcourt Maiduguri is coming from Port Harcourt City to go towards Aba. Then Lagos Calabar will come from Mbiama, which is the boundary between Rivers State and Yenegua, and pass through the University of Port Harcourt through Obiabo. Apart from these two states, I doubt that there's another state where you have an intra-city network. I've never denied that we're having financial challenges. And that's because of the economic downturn. So the Chinese are not funding the way they are supposed. They used to fund us. Now, up till now, we're here to conclude the loan on this project. So we're funding this project from the budget. That's why when he asked the question of completion, I was skeptical in answering. I was careful. I said, if we fund them, I use that word, if we fund them, that sentence, they will fund it, they will complete. However, we're putting pressure on all the necessary institutions that need to give us loan. Hopefully that before, I don't know whether before May we should be able to get enough money to complete this project. But currently we'll fund it through the budget. We'll approach Minister of Finance again to fund us within this period between now and May, hoping that by May we should be able to get the loan. Apart from the tricks that CCC plays in terms of making sure they maximize profit and take away the money, in terms of quality, you can't, even you followed me, they're not doing badly. I don't know whether I should attribute it to the inspection by team, but no matter how bad or how good team is, you must also credit CCC to the extent that they do good work. But what it means is that you shouldn't sleep, because if you sleep, you will get bad work. That's why we insist that in every meeting, team must be present. Team must be on site every day. And team has the final say, not the minister. I always transfer that power to team, that I'm not an engineer. So whatever you say is to be done, that must be done over and above. The only person you cannot overrule is the president. But after the president and the vice, you can overrule everybody else. So if you remember at Monia, we had gone to Monia, no, not Monia, Omiadio, and they had used sawdust or whatever to cover the ground. They've plastered everything. And team said, no, we warned you that cannot be used here. We told them to excavate. Because that was team's position. Well, Apapa too. And we told them to set in Apapa, and they had to redo it. So we credit the quality of work to them, and then also to team for not going to sleep. Again, that has to do with funding, but they brought about 400, is it 450 or 417? 472. No, well, 200 of them are in the water, the seaport. About 200 of them. What we agreed that they must bring in 2,000 equipment. Because what we suffered in Lagos Ibadan was the fact that the equipment were breaking down, they were not enough, and they couldn't place order for new one. They were not enough chef team. You can't go to the chef and say, I want to buy equipment, I give you. So for this one, buy all the equipment that you need, so that as they break down, you replace, and in 1 year plus that we gave them, they should be able to complete the job. When I'm given an assignment, it's an assignment. I'm paid for it. If I don't want to earn salary, then I don't have to work. But if I'm going to earn a salary, then I have to work. So the motivation is that you pay me my salary and you expect me to deliver to Nigerians. So that's why I split my jobs into two. One is the office work, so I go to office and I do my work. Then I come out to the field to see what that I must have contributed. So I think that's the great motivation, because I feel happy going down at Ebute Meta or coming at Kubwa, and I see people say, oh, thank God, if not for this rail, we wouldn't have been there. But most important thing is that it's the president's vision. You get the point? So the president's idea is, my friend, go and construct railway. It's my responsibility to go to the technical details. It's my responsibility to say, Mr. President, I need money. And he said, okay, why would you find the money? I said, we can find the money there through the Ministry of Finance. He will then direct Ministry of Finance to look for the money for Ministry of Transport. The moment the president discharges that responsibility, the onus lies on me and my colleagues in the Ministry of Transport to discharge our own responsibility to ensure that the contractor delivers that. And that makes me happy that I know that one day you will live in Kano and be able to come to work in Port Harcourt.